So this is an emergency update for anybody that has been following on with my TradingView PineScript tutorials, because I'm going to provide you with an updated version of the TradingView PineScript Excel file that we use to backtest and optimize our trading strategies. So let's go have a look. What's going on? My name is Dillon and welcome to another video for the TradingView coding series. So I've been trying to do a little bit of background work, and I have created a new iteration of the Excel spreadsheet that you may have been using if you've been following along with the TradingView coding series. Now, if you recall, in that spreadsheet, I utilized a little bit of VBA code so that we can put all 28 currency pairs together and then get one equity curve out of it. The problem with this, however, is you need a decent computer to actually run that VBA code and go through all of the iterations to actually spit out a final equity curve. Now, the thing is that took about 5 minutes to run, and something that I didn't consider, and some of the feedback that I have been getting afterwards, was if my computer isn't up to scratch, I unfortunately can't use the VBA code. Now, that of course is really bad, because if you can't use the VBA code, then of course with that particular spreadsheet, it makes it very difficult to put together all the 28 pairs to actually get out a final result. The good news, however, is that I have this spreadsheet that I have been working on in the background, and it doesn't utilize in its formulas any VBA code, and that's like amazing. And so for me personally, just to give you a comparison, in the old Excel spreadsheet which ran the VBA code, it took me, with my computer, which is relatively decent, about 5 minutes to actually run this code to actually spit out an equity curve. Now, the good thing about this one is that it literally takes 5 seconds to put everything together and to actually get the same result, which doesn't utilize, of course, the VBA code. So let's have a look. So this is it, and I've got the new spreadsheet on the left-hand side, and I've got, of course, TradingView on the right-hand side, and we're going to, of course, test this spreadsheet out with a couple of runs with TradingView. So this is the first page that you were presented with, and there's a couple of things that we need to do first. The first thing we need to do is to input your date range that you are using. So with my particular trading strategies, and when using TradingView, particularly when using Forex, I like to backtest from 2004 to 2021. So I've got the start date, the end date. I've also got the starting equity of the account. I've also got, for this particular example, the original risk. So this can be in either percent or it can be in dollar terms. In this particular case, I've got it in dollar terms, which is $100,000 every trade, or one lot if you're familiar with Forex. Now, if you're doing 2% risk per trade, you would of course put 2% here, and you don't have to change anything, just put in 2. And that's what you have to do. But for this particular example, I'm going to put in $100,000. I've also got a parameter here that is maximum drawdown. This is in percentage, and this is your maximum drawdown tolerance when we adjust our trading strategy for a final optimization based on drawdown. Now, if you watched my last video on the No Nonsense Forex best trading strategy quant trades video, you would have seen that I did do a final optimization based on total drawdown of the account. So that is where this now goes. So of course, the first step is enter the values into this spreadsheet, which I've just spoken about. The next step is to export TradingView data into cell B1 for all currency pairs. Now, I'm going to get to that in just a second. The next thing we have to do is click on the calculate, which is this calculate button here, so that it can calculate the results for us. And as I mentioned, it is super quick. So I hope it is quick for you as well. It definitely should be, and it should be a lot quicker than the old version. The second last one, item number 4, is only the cells that are filled with clear, so they have this white background, those are the cells that can be editable. Editable? Those are the cells that can be edited. So I can do inputs here, but if I click on here, I get an error message, which you can see on here. It's just coming up in the middle of my screen, but it's not the screen that you see, but there's an error message. So only the cells that have a white background can be edited. All the rest is locked, and that just helps with you knowing which ones you can edit and which ones you can't, and it makes things a little bit more easier. And the last one, of course, is just a reminder that you do need the Google Chrome extension for TradingView, which I have left the link down here below for you to go download if you haven't already. Now, I've never had any problems with this add-on, and it is from the actual Chrome Google website, so you shouldn't really have any problems either. And it's something that we do need when we copy and paste the values over. So if you've watched my previous videos, you would already know this. However, I've left it here just as a reminder. So remember, we've talked about step 1. Let's go to step 2, and that's to enter in values into this spreadsheet. So there's a couple of things when moving across, which I'm not going to dwell on just yet, but you would know that this is fairly similar to, or familiar to, what you've already seen in the past. So it looks relatively the same. If you've been following along with this TradingView series, you would actually know all of this. And then finally, I get to this cell over here, which is AUD/JPY. And then I can go across a little bit. And now I'm here. So it's already got pre-populated spreadsheets for all the 28 currency pairs. And this is where we can copy and paste everything in. So you might recall, this is exactly the same thing that we did before. However, we're copying into cell B1 instead of cell A1. You would notice on the left-hand side that there's a little bit more things over here. Don't worry about them. That's just for the calculation purposes. So I've got TradingView opened up over here, and let me bring this one up just a bit. And we can see that we've got our trading strategy here. So first thing with our TradingView strategy, we want to make sure that our date range is correct. So I've got our date range in here in our strategy, and this is from the 1st of the 1st, 2004 to the 1st of the 1st, 2021. Of course, if you've been following along, this would all make sense to you. So all we need to do is click export, go to cell B1 over here on our spreadsheet, and that didn't work. Now, if that does happen, just do a quick, go to this currency pair, copy this, go back to this currency pair, go back to this. It's just something that happens, unfortunately. And then there we go. So this is what you should hopefully get. So this is everything imported just like this. And we can see that it's all in there, all nice and Gucci. So we then go to CAD JPY. I hit copy, I hit paste. Swiss JPY, paste, Euro JPY. So all of our currency pairs are now into the spreadsheet, and you can see them all here. I've just copied them all across from TradingView, and they're all here. Now you might be familiar with, of course, these other tabs down here, but you'll notice that they're not actually populated just yet. And if you remember, I have to go back to this very first page and click calculate. Now this is what I want to show you, and this is how fast it is. So what's really good with Excel that I've noticed is that it's multi-core enabled. So if you know a little bit about computers, when you click this calculate, it will actually use all cores of your computer to actually spit out the calculation. Now of course, if you got a better processor and if you got more cores, this calculation will be done pretty quick. Just for a comparison, I'm using a Ryzen 5 3rd generation. The reason why I'm using one of those is because when I built this computer over at Christmas time, there was a mad shortage of Ryzen 5th generation CPUs, so I couldn't actually get a hand on one. So I actually got this one just to put it in just for now, and it's actually been working pretty well. Anyway, I digress. Let's have a look at how quick this calculation is. And if you use my other spreadsheet, you would know that this one's going to be a lot quicker. So I'm just going to click on this. 3, 2, 1. Done. There you go. That's it. It's done. It's done. So let's go have a look at the results. There we go. So now you can see that this is all populated now. This is all populated. And we've got our drawdown curve. And for this one here, we've got finally our equity curve. So this is the equity curve for this particular trading strategy. And this particular trading strategy is something that I've been working on. You might have seen it. It's the Don-chain channels. And it's been something that I've been playing around with just in the last couple of days for the next episode of the Best Trading Strategies series, where I'm testing some of the trading strategies that are out there on the YouTubes to actually see if they work. Now for this particular one, it actually is a little bit promising. However, there's a lot of chop, of course, here, but I'm not going to actually go to the analytics analytics. What I want to show you is the actual calculations. So for those that are interested and really want to know how this spreadsheet is calculated, all this spreadsheet is doing is taking the equity curves for each currency pair, which is brought in from each of the individual spreadsheets. It's taking in the equity curves over here, and then it's actually putting those equity curves together. So in the old spreadsheet, which utilized the VBA code, I would take every single trade and the times of that trade, and then I would order them from date instead of currency pair. And that was the time consuming part because I'm actually ordering them by date for each individual currency pair. For example, I have an AUD JPY currency pair that happened straight away. And then the next one might have been a AUD NZD pair, and then I have to slot it in underneath that. So that little ladder actually took a lot of time, and that's what took about 5 minutes to do. Now, however, I came up with this idea to get the equity curves for each currency pair and essentially take the sum of them and put them together into this total amount. And that came from watching a recent video from DarwinX when they were comparing two different trading strategies, equity curves, and then putting them together in one final equity curve. And that's when it hit me that that methodology that DarwinX was doing, which is how this spreadsheet is done, is although a different methodology from the spreadsheet, they however give the same results. And that's really, really cool to see. Now, there's some things that you need to consider, and that is the only reason why they give the same results is because for this particular trading strategy, and when we are using a TradingView, we are not using a compounded amount, we are using a fixed amount for when we do position sized. So because we're using a fixed amount, all trades are weighted equally the same, and because they're weighted equally the same, we can effectively take the sum and put them together without getting any inherent bias. So the formula actually works. So what's really cool to see as well is that if I click on this graph, I can actually filter out different options. At the moment, by default, it shows the total equity curve, but I can look at the equity curves for each individual currency pair. So I've just ticked off the total here, which is just the top one, which is in blue. There's no name to it, but just remember that. And I've just clicked on AUD JPY. I click apply. And now this is going to show me the AUD JPY equity curve for this particular trading strategy, which I think is really cool. I can also pair that up with a different currency pair, and then it'll show me both there. So it might be useful for you to actually check which currency pairs are working and which currency pairs are not working, and actually see the equity curves for each one of those. So I'm just going to click back onto total, untick these ones that I just ticked. I'm going to click on that and then close it. And now it's showing me the total. Now, if you've been watching my videos as well, you would know that I like to look at the drawdown curve of our trading strategy. And you can see for this trading strategy, the worst drawdown happened to be in this area here. And you can see that this correlates with this particular area here on our equity curve, and this is no good. So for this particular trading strategy, this period of time was the worst drawdown, and we can see that over here. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you would be familiar with this spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet shows all 28 currency pairs put together, and it shows all the data for each one of them. And it shows you the win-loss ratio, it shows you the net profit, and it highlights which ones were the best, which ones were the worst. And it also shows you a couple of other metrics down here as well. Now, those metrics might be helpful for you, but what's really cool to see is that this gives you an overall summary of how the trading strategy has performed, and you can keep track of this particular trading strategy or iteration. If you're doing some optimizations, you can copy and paste this row over here and then paste that into another spreadsheet that keeps track of this particular optimization. There is also another tab which you would have seen in my last video, and this is something that was new, and this is the adjusted risk optimization. But just to give a quick rundown, all this does is takes the maximum drawdown tolerance, which is from the very first input page, so this 20%, and then that calculates based on a 20% drawdown, it reduces or increases the risk, so the trading strategy's risk is optimized to that particular drawdown. And you can see for this particular example, the original position size was 1 lot, and that's just what I was putting in the trading view. However, with this adjustment, it now suggests that we should be trading with about $4,000 or 0.04 lots. So that is a dramatic decrease, a decrease of 25 times from the original position size that we were using in this particular trading strategy. And that is something that is very, very valuable because we want to make sure that we are managing our risk accordingly and we don't want to be over leveraged and blow up our account. So this particular spreadsheet, in summary, takes the maximum drawdown of our trading strategy and fits it into our risk tolerance, with, for this particular example, was 20%, and that then finds the best position size and adjusts all the metrics over here to actually give us an accurate measure. And I just made a quick adjustment on the fly here because I noticed that this maximum drawdown wasn't adjusted. So I've adjusted now the maximum drawdown, and we can see that this is now adjusted to $10,000 or 20% of $50,000. So this actually works out quite well. Now there's another page here, which is just a nice page to keep track of everything. So if you've got a particular trading strategy, you want to put some information in here just as a reference for when you want to revisit it in the future. This is what this particular spreadsheet is here to do so. So you can have your description here. What's your long, what's your shorts, what's your money management, is there any nuances? And you can have a screenshot of a long example and a short example, and you can put whatever you want in here. This is all edit. You can edit this. Of course, as I mentioned, you can't edit the gray area, but you've got this here. Hopefully that's enough to work with for you. And so that is it. We're back to the start now. And remember, if you want to recalculate this for whatever reason, we can recalculate it. And look, it's thinking, there you go. Say for example, you've got a 10% risk tolerance. Let's do 10%. There you go, 5 seconds, and it calculates. And if I go back to here, you can see now that this particular value is now $5,000. How crazy is that? It actually works. Wow, this is amazing. So what's the best thing about this? It's completely free. I'm giving it all to you. It's funny, Mabs, he's from the community. He actually said one time that these particular spreadsheets actually go for a lot of money. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of it, and I'm going to pretend that I'm still not aware of it and give it to you all for free. So it's out there. It's here for you. Enjoy, and I hope it assists you. If it does assist you, then please smash the like button. Give us a comment as well, and let me know what trading strategy you are testing and what trading strategy you are optimizing. It'd be really cool to see what you're using this particular spreadsheet for. I've got a lot of plans for this spreadsheet as well, and I'm going to be doing some more updates, and I want to be adding in a little bit more to it. So stay tuned. This will be, of course, available in my Discord, link in the description below, and I'll pin it in the resources from Dillon section in the Discord. You can't miss it. Have a look for that channel in the Discord, and all the information will be there. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this one helps you out in your trading and testing purposes. And if you haven't already, of course, smash the like, hit the bell notification when you subscribe, and subscribe. I said that the wrong way around, but whatever. So enjoy this one. Have a great day. Happy trading, and I'll see you in the next video. Man, this is a bomb spreadsheet.